All right.
How's it going?
It's good. It's good. I had a big thoughts yesterday. Huge thinking day. And what was I thinking about? Baloney fetish.
Do tell.
I sent you
You
this
sent me
guy.
a picture. I didn't. It looked like someone being wrapped.
Yes. I will read it aloud. I'm sure that some of you know Rafe 15 and his deletization fetish. This is a very well-renowned meme. The thing about Forever Real tied up Jake is that he loves being tied up and wants to lick other mice with his permanent bologna ham and cream cheese tongue and pass the virus to them that will fully deletize and change their organs and insides so that they end up being rope mummified, covered in permanent rubbery rope just like him. Literally a machine. Literally like a machine and enjoying it. Tied up like a mummy. Changed forever. To live fully deletized and live wrapped like a mummy, wearing the bondage like a form of permanent clothing that can't be taken off. Forever Real tied up Jake, rope mummified permanently and enjoying it. Deletized. So a big part of this is that, okay, listen to this. His organs and inside and literally his whole body change into a permanent living bologna version with permanent living bologna organs and insides and a permanent bologna ham and cream cheese tongue. Nose is a permanent pastrami nose and has two permanent ham lips and two permanent bologna and ham ears. Let's focus on bologna. Let's focus on the bologna sandwich. I think that the bologna sandwich is like the Gen X world meal. It is like the food of the age, of that age. It's like bologna, Kraft single cheese, and Wonder Bread. Because there's also the Wonder Bread fetishist. But we're not going to get into that. We're going to focus on the...
That's a Patreon episode.
Patreon special. We're focusing on the bologna sandwich. So, this is, to me, the telos of the fetish is the eventual being eaten. Becoming the world meal, becoming the staple food to eventually be consumed. He wants to make others into it, but the righteous will feast upon the forever tied up bologna sandwiches, people.
Much like birds make little sculptures and show their possessions.
You know, it reminds me, of course, of Christ, of becoming food, because it is certainly, there's that delusion becoming that is happening, but becoming food is very much the Christ, but it's not. It's not. There's an older form of this motif that Christ is actually a continuation of. We have to go back to get the true origin of the meat. This is where the real meat is. The Leviathan, just for those who don't know, the Leviathan is a world monster. The Leviathan is like the world serpent. And the behemoth is the world beast. They are opposites. They are together. They are both essentially the pets of God. This is actually one of the views that, the Jews have of them. They are like pets that God plays with. God plays with the Leviathan, has the Leviathan on a leash. But they are also monsters. They are also terrors to the people. And he shows Job the Leviathan. And this is where we get to the bologna fetish. The teleology of the world monster is to eventually, at the end of the world, the behemoth and the Leviathan fight in like a gladiator-style fight to the death, and they kill one another. And then all of the righteous in heaven eat their flesh. They are to become the world meal in heaven. And this, I believe, is the teleology, the bologna monster, this like kind of So I think we have to start from the autistic fetish of like I am a cartoon character. I am not like the others. I am separate. I live in the media. But I will become a meal for the righteous. I will become food. I am a monster, but my ultimate point is to be eaten. And what does everybody eat? Not Eucharist bread and wine anymore, but everybody eats bologna and Kraft single white bread sandwiches. So that is what I will become. I will be consumed. And I think the Wonder Bread fetishist kind of ties this together, which is like, I want the spoiled brat TV princess to eat the bologna-fied me. I want to be eaten by the righteous stereotypes of the generation.
Gracious.
Part of it is, I think, bologna is super, 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 super processed. Kraft singles, super processed. Cream cheese, super processed. You know the meme, the ham meme?
Spam.
No.
There's a ham meme?
Yeah, let me find it.
Is it not the same like essence? I feel like spam's meme ability isn't its hyper processed.
Listen, I'm gonna read you this meme. It's called "Is That Ham Processed?" Do you know this?
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna read it to you. Is that ham processed? If it's processed, I don't want it. Ma'am, that is an 11-pound whole slab of deli ham.
Oh, okay. No, I have seen this one. Yeah.
It has no bones, fat, or connective tissue. It is an amalgamation of the meat of several pigs, emulsified, liquefied, strained, and ultimately inexorably joined in an unholy meat obelisk. God had no hand in the creation of this abhorrence. The fact that this ham monolith exists proves that God is either impotent to alter his universe, or ignorant to the horrors taking place in his kingdom. This prism of pork is more than deli meat. It is a physical declaration of mankind's contempt for the natural order. It is hubris manifest. So that, number one, I'm going to profoundly disagree with the final point of it, which is that rather God has set ham, highly processed deli meat, and autism in their right and natural place as the modern Leviathan. To be eaten. To willingly become that. To become this meat mass is the will of the bologna fetishist.
I mean, what Elon is enacting in his existence is, I am going to enact the techno-capital monolith Tower of Babel spire, and I'm also going to become the obelisk.
Did you watch Hellraiser 3? 3 is kind of dumb.
Is that the new one?
Yeah. But 3 has a meat obelisk. It has, like, do you remember, like, the torture rack? This is the bologna man. The man who has been turned into the meat obelisk.
Like the average Gen Zer.
It's just, it really saddens me to see, because their ancestors are weeping. Their ancestors these ancestors who killed mammoths. These ancestors who like fought hand to hand with bears and shit. These are their progeny, and they have failed. There's a great line, I forget, it's a cowboy novel. I've always loved it. We are weaker than our fathers were. And this is not the dad that you know, but the big fathers. And I would say, to really put it succinctly, if you have eaten a crumble cookie, like more than once, you're getting killed. 2,000 calories per cookie is deranged. A box of crumble cookies is easily over 10,000 calories. And people, they're eating a box.
To quote noted scholar and philosopher of our time, Andrew Tate, we in the Matrix, bro. We all have our slave collars amulet of the phone. Like, Apple is effectively like the greatest, one of the biggest things. It's no joke. That and oil. Saudi Aramco and the techno capital giants are pretty much like that, and I guess banking. Those are like the top dogs. in terms of material reality, behemoths and man-made monoliths of baloney structures, balonification machines.
Yeah, like 90% of what, maybe more, 90% of what people own is turning them into baloney. It is
And you
deletizing
can
them.
stop the balonification, and you could be one of the righteous. Which is
You
that
could
okay?
be,
The
yeah.
last point was archetype maxing.